Hello, welcome. We are in the game. That's a good question. Oh, for Manor Lords. This game has been in early access for over 7 years now, but I've been playing it off and on, and been looking at some videos on how best to play the game, things I might have done wrong in the past. So I'm gonna try it one more time, and this time I'll take you along with the ride. So, what is Manor Lords? It is some sort of a city builders game set in the Middle Ages. So we have the main map over here. We have these yellow areas. These belong to our enemy, Hildebrand von Bergenreuter. And we have these gray areas which belong to no one. The red area belongs to me. This is where I'm going to start my village, and hopefully I'll be able to take one or more of these areas before this guy is deciding to take them over. So we can see on the map, apart from the road system, which is important, and the border systems, we can also see these symbols. So these symbols mean resources, like this is a wild animals resource, clay, this is mining iron, wild berries, and so forth. So when there's a crown on top of it, it means it's a rich deposit. And when there's no crown above it, it's a standard deposit. These blue icons, you can't reach them, but these are actually the points where traders are going to come in to the map. And considering I am around here somewhere, this is a short route to the trade post, so this could be interesting. So how do we play this game? Well, we have several things to do in the first area, and actually I put it on pause at the moment. So as I said, it is a medieval city building game. The first thing we should look for is we have at this moment about 5 unassigned families, and here they are over here. So they don't do anything, and we have here our hitching post, which is a ox, and this ox is going to be useful for transporting our supplies most. In this case, lumber, and lumber is for building things. Talking about supplies, they are currently, as you can see, out in the open, which is not good. Food and so forth is going to spoil. Lumber, not so much, but other stuff is going to spoil. So we need to build things. We have here the homeless people's tents. So they currently do not have any homes yet. But before we're going to build homes, we need to build at least a few buildings, so our supplies will not spoil in rain and wind. How do we do that? Well, quite obvious, of course. We click our construction tab over here. We go to logistics, and we're going to build the granary and the storehouse. So let's see where we're going to build our granary. The best thing to build our granary is near, some area where we're going to gather food. So we have here berries and wildlife. So I think the best thing we can do is put our granary, let's think, between here and the road. And I'll explain later. So this is where the grain is going to come, and our storehouse we're going to put next to that as well. And of course they require road connections, so we can actually have these connected over here as well. Let's unpause the game, and we will soon see that people are now taking care of our oxen and pulling logs. So it just says exposed goods. They are vulnerable to weather damage. We're working on that. The same for granary. And people require houses. As you can see, nobody has a house yet. But first, they need to build a few things. What also, of course, is important is we need wood for construction. So what we're also going to be building is a logging camp, and those guys are going to be taking care of the trees and so forth. Before I do that, by the way, we have no underground river. What is our... where we can actually do some farming later on. So these areas are relatively okay for farming. Hammer for flax, nothing. So we shouldn't do any flax. Barley, not good. Rye or wheat, oh, that looks better. So we can have a wheat farm over here and over here. Which means that this area over here and this area over here, we should actually take care of when it comes to logging. So I think the best thing we can do is we have a granary over here, a storage house over here. So currently a logging camp might be better over here, because that is closer by our storehouse. So the storehouse currently is built, as you can see, and our granary is built. Now we need people temporarily to work in those areas. And why is that? Because these people, or these families, which I just assigned, are now going to be picking up all the equipment that is lying over here and going to be placed in the storehouse and the granary. Something I've learned as well is there is maybe a good idea if we add another hitching post, so we have at least another ox ready for transport. Let's see, the best way we can actually do is have that near our logging camp, I suppose. So while the logging camp is being built, as you can see, we can take a look on our current situation. So we currently have 10 timber, 0 planks, some stone, some blocks, but no tools as far as I can see. And we have currently enough food for it to last us for 8 months. Fuel, nobody is using fuel at the moment, so we need to worry about that. Well, anyway, as you can see, these hand carts over here, they are loading up stuff over here, as you can see, onto the hand carts. She's doing, as so far I can see, some firewood, I believe. And this guy is doing some food. Here's our oxen with transporting. Okay, we have a new message. What is the message? I have heard of your renown. I only seek to defend my rights and my honor against those who would wrong me. I hope you will not judge me by the rumors and slander that some may spread about me. That is from Hildeband from Barenneute. As far as I've been informed, it doesn't matter what happens with him. You can actually write back things like require silver my endeavors, or your time has come and so forth, or you have no rightful claim. It doesn't make any difference because this is still early access, and I believe there is no penalty or things that happen because of this. So we will wait with, we will not give him any more retort. Anyway, I think a logging camp is just finished. Yes, it is. So we need to man that as well with a logger. Now, before we click, we're going to click out this. We're going to go advanced. We're going to set a work area. Why is that? Because I do not want to disturb the animals. So let's select a work area, and let's say you guys start working around here and leave those animals alone. Hopefully they will actually do that. So, someone over here is actually now doing the logging, and as you can see, up there goes a tree, and timber is going to be stored in the logging camp. So that is one thing we have done, but our people still do not have any houses. Let's start by putting a road from the main road. Not that it's really that necessary, but and let's start building some houses. Now, houses. There are a few things we can do with houses. First of all, let's select houses, by the way. We can actually build houses that have already some food production. And the way we do that is we make a burgers plot, as they say. And then, no, not that one, hold on. Oh, sorry. So when I do it like this, we have 3 burgers plots, but I do not want 3. I want... Hold up, something's wrong, because this is not what I had in mind. You see, what I'm trying to do is, you can see the burgers plot currently in progress. Hold on, let me go to pause menu first. Okay, so when you create a burgers plot like this, so now we have 2 of them. See, you get 2 houses. 2 families will live there. We can actually expand. Now we have 3, and you see that little house with that hammer beneath it. That means we can actually add a few extensions through that burgers plot, and those extensions are useful in the beginning, but most certainly later in the game. So what I'm trying to achieve is, okay, that is a little bit better. To have large sections. Okay, I think we can actually deal with that. Large sections of these extra housing. And maybe a few houses which do not have that. Oh no, this is okay. Oh, the game is still paused, of course. So I have to unpause the game. So currently there are 2 people who are not assigned to any jobs. So those people will start building these houses. Currently let's see, is everything actually taken care of over here? Yeah, the granary is ready, so we can actually take 1 person off the granary. He will no longer be necessary. This, however, is still being taken care of. So yeah, there are still 4 logs over there, which needs to be taken care of. And this hitching post, let's see, I built the other hitching post. Where is it? Over here. So let's get myself a additional ox, so this transportation will go a lot faster. Logging camp, as you can see, we have 5 logs currently standing by. Room for 28. So I think we are doing okay. So we got 3 families currently not doing anything, well, except building, of course. why don't they start building a hunting camp? And let's build a hunting camp a little bit near the area where the animals are, like and a berry, hold on, a gatherer hut. Which one was that? Oh. And connect these two with the roads as well. Preferably, can I go past these? No, I can't, damn. Is there any way actually I can... Nope, that's not... Okay, hold up. I think I've made a small blunder when it comes to the roads orientation. Okay, well, in that case, let's do it like this then. Okay, so they'll be starting building the houses first, because that's the order in which I have set these things up, and then they will start doing other things. Now currently you have still one ox who is transporting, and a second ox is probably going to be arriving pretty soon.
Just give me a hammer and something.
These stone deposits, will take care of that later. That is not that important right now. First we have to make sure that we have people in the houses, because it currently is March, as you can see, which means that we are still in spring. But when it's come winter, we have to be sure that there is enough food in the pantry for every family that is living in this village. So let's put the game a little bit more faster, so we can actually see these houses being built. And I can see a new oxen, I believe, has arrived, or am I wrong? Hold up, I think, no, I'm wrong. This oxen is getting our lumber directly from the logging camp, which is useful, by the way. That will save some time. Yep, he's picking up, indeed, the logs straight over there. So our hunting camp is finished. And we have to make sure that our hunting camp only takes care of... Sorry. As I said, only goes in the area where the animals are. So that is around here. And our berry collectors have to be sure that they will stay out of that area as well. So our hunting camp, we can put one of these persons inside our hunting camp, and he's going to start hunting animals, wild animals over here that is going to gather some food, as you can see. So our food will last for 7 months, but it will of course increase the amount of months when food is coming in from this hunter. Food will deplete, of course, if there are many more people inside our village. I wonder where our second oxen is gonna stay. No clue. Okay, well anyway, our first burgers plot over here is being built, and people have just gone in. So I would suggest putting a vegetable garden in the back.
Summer's coming soon, and soon
People who live there will actually take care of the vegetable garden as long as they're not doing anything else. That's gonna bring in some food. We can actually add additional living space. So I think we could do that. The quicker our people are no longer homeless, the better. I think this one is finished as well. Yes. So let's give them the same. So additional housing and vegetable gardens. And I assume, but I could be mistaken, I assume that those vegetable gardens will actually go fill up the granary as well. So additional housing. I think we now have, yes, we now have one additional house available for families. So everyone is now currently has a roof over their head, and that means, of course, now that the camps, the tents are gone. And I can see now indeed 2 oxen. Okay, I can see our what happened? Oh, okay, yes, okay. So, as you can see, people are working in the vegetable garden. Not quite sure when we actually can see this happening, but now there are houses. They also require fuel, of course. We have fuel for 9 months, so that's until next January, I believe. And food is gonna start adding when, of course, the hunter's camp is gonna pick up. Okay, so let's see what else we can do. I think we can add. No, okay. I think the best thing we can do is make sure that there is going to be enough firewood. Let's first take a look over here. So we have some bread. We have no berries yet and no vegetables. So that's expected. But our forage hut, of course, requires some people, and let's also make sure that they stay in this area over here where there are berries, and only over here. And we can see over here that our hold on, let's bring the speed a bit more back. Our hunting camp currently has 10 pieces of meat in the pantry. Let's take a look. I believe that they are already taking that to the granary. Not yet. They're not taking it to the granary yet. And our forager, of course, oh, it's already actually taking care of that. So these people are now working on the backyard. What we can do, of course, by now is add some additional housing. Because the more houses we have, the more people will be coming in, and the more people will be coming in, the more things can be built and the more things can be worked. Okay, so now that the tents are gone, we can in fact start adding some houses over here. Let's see.
Summer's monsoon, and soon the beating sun.
There's no room for expansion. There's no room for... Well, we can of course make a few houses that do not have... Oh. I was about to say, we can of course create a few houses that do not have these extension areas. Let's put 3 over here then. So when these houses will be coming in, people will be actually going to live in. Now currently I have only one family who's not assigned to anything. And those are the only guys who are actually going to build stuff. So you can actually see we need more people. So take a look at this burgers plot over here. So what do we have? So they require water and they require a church. We have to build that later. And they also require a fuel store supply, food store supply, and clothing store supply on the market, which we also have not taken care of. But this is not a game we have to rush. So what we can do, however, maybe water? No, I don't think that will be necessary at the moment. Let's take a look at the granary. Okay, nobody's working at the granary. Let's see, the forager hut has some berries. So, and the hunting camp has also some hides. So I think we should actually put someone on the granary. But the problem, of course, is if we put someone working on the granary, then they will not be able to build houses. So that's going to be a small problem. How are we on our supplies? Looks good. It's 9 months food and 9 months of fuel. Actually, we got more food. What kind of food do we have at the moment? The berries are coming in and the meat is coming in. So that looks good. And later we have the vegetables coming in. So I don't think we should need to worry about food supplies. I think we can put our hitching post somewhere else, because currently it is a bit in the way. Can we put it somewhere else? We should put it over here near. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Put it over here. And this hitching post. Can we put a... So that this ox over here is connected to this logging camp. Is that... Was that correct what I just did? I don't know if it was. But with the other hitching post gone, we can of course now construct some other things over here, like additional houses. So currently everything is working as it should. Food and fuel is looking good. We have currently one family without construction, without assignment, so they're working on building the houses. We have, let's see, 3 under construction and 3 are occupied. That means the families are now currently all now in housing. We have a low population growth, which of course is logical because there are not many people around here. Oh wait, why is this mule not doing anything? Oh, never mind. Forget I asked. Forget I asked. Okay. So another house is just finished. And probably some people will be coming in pretty soon, I suppose. Something else we can actually build to attract additional people will be a church. A small church that needs to be built. And the church doesn't need to be inside the village, but let's see, where was the area where the rye was? Oh, that was over here. Well, that wasn't very smart to build houses over here. That wasn't that smart at all. Well, in that case, we can build some over here, I suppose, but yeah, that wasn't that very smart. Okay, let's make sure that these woods are then cut down so I can actually do it over here. That was not very smart of me. We can't just remove these houses. Ah, a new family has moved in. So we now have two families who are now building the additional housing. Okay, we have a development point and we can use development point. Let's take a look. So it's like a RPG. We can use these development points to increase our production or different things. So we can actually put more meat income. We can actually advance pond keeping for fishing. We don't have any ponds nearby, so that is pointless. Doubles the capacity of the wild berries and making honey, which is a good idea perhaps. We can make apple trees, sheep breeding, or the heavy plow, which means we can actually use an ox to make a heavy plow. And we have foreign suppliers, which will give us firewood, a permanent market stall, which provide a passive income of firewood, as long as the region has enough regional wealth. And it also puts in a food cart. Let's see, which provides passive incomes of bread. Okay. Region does not need to pay the transport fee. And trade logistics. The cost for establishing a new trade route is halved. And that is something we have to come by later. So I'm currently not quite certain what is the best thing to do. I think it's putting in apples. But it's going to take it 3 to 4 years. So for now, let's keep these apart. Okay, we got another message. What is it? A strong militia is paramount to survival of any settlement. Luckily, a shipment of weapons has just arrived, and you'll now be able to create your first militia banners to serve you and protect your people. However, we will need more weapons to equip all the people as the settlement grows, either by making them ourselves or importing them. Let's form the militia. So why do we need a militia? Good question. So there are several ways we can actually play this game. We can play it in a military fashion, so we actually can start making enemies, start invading other areas or protecting when other areas are being invaded. But in this version, we also have bandit camps which can pop up around the area, and those bandits are going to steal some of my deposits. Sorry, I was looking for the correct word. Our deposits. So in order to protect ourselves against these bandits, we can actually form a militia that is going to take out these camps. So can we do that? Well, I don't think we can at the moment, because at the moment we only have 12 suitable people. So we can have them, let's see, spearmen. What kind of weapons do we have? We have spears and we have shields. So we can actually have spearmen. But yeah, we can have a maximum of 36, and currently only have 12. But we have 20 of each, so we could actually have a maximum of 20 person in a militia at the moment, because that's how many spears we have at the moment. We can also, of course, hire mercenaries, but we do not have enough money for that. You can see we only have 35 as a regional wealth. So we're not going to be doing that. Now, we do know that we have a rich, let's see, what was it? Iron deposit. So we can actually put in a mine, which is going to mine our iron. And we're going to place it over here. But we do not have enough goods. We need planks for that. Aha, so, which means we need to create a saw pit. That's going to create planks out of our lumber. So we have our lumber camp over here. Can we have our... Oops, sorry, that was not what I had in mind. And we have our saw pit over here, perhaps? No, we can't. But we can have them over here. So let's build a saw pit. Which is useful because we have actually near the storehouse. So the storehouse currently has firewood, but no lumber. The lumber is over here. So firewood is okay. Granary. How are we on this? I think we need to, yeah, we need to have people bring this stuff to the granary, and the same goes for our forger hut. So I think we should do is take our granary, take one person, and he or she is going to take care of taking all these stuff from the hunting camp and from the forger hut into our granary. I'm not quite sure where he is going. Oh, there's another workers plot that needs to be built. Okay. Let's put this saw pit into a higher priority, which means the next lumber is going to be brought to the saw pit instead of the burgers plot. Okay, she's transporting spears. I wonder where... Oh, of course, yes, yeah. These are probably in the storehouse currently. Yes, they are. And now they're being divided among the people. So let's take a look on our granary. We have, indeed, 3 granary workers, and they're over here. And they are probably now going to the forger hut and the hunting camp to pick up food. Let's take a look if I'm correct. No, actually, they are currently still transporting the shield. So they're doing that first.
Whoa, this is heavier than it looks.
Okay. Now he's going to one of these areas. Let's see where he's getting first. He's going over here to the... Yes. To our hunting camp. So take a look at the granary. And here we have some meat in there. So let's take a look. Food is looking very good. Fuel is looking very good as well. So the saw pit is ready. But of course we're going to need someone who is going to be in the saw pit doing work. Luckily the other house is just finished. Oh, nobody's guiding the ox. Oh, there's a guide coming. Oh, no, never mind. He's already been guided. So, I wonder why why wood is being brought over there. That is a good question. Okay, saw pit. Is anything being done at the moment? I think there's a log coming in. Yep, here we are. So currently they are indeed now making planks. So they have 2 parts of timber in there. I wonder when they start sawing. They just done. Okay. How's the granary? Looking very good. Pantries for those, okay. We'll wait until they have taken the last set of berries. And then I'm gonna take our worker for the granary and dismiss him or her. And then they can start actually working on that mine we just were thinking of. Okay, so, mining pit over here. And it is not really necessary, but having a road is going to help. Wait, wasn't I? Wait, wasn't it placed or wasn't it placed? Oh, it was placed. Okay, so we need a road. And the shortest route is always the best. Another family member has just entered, so that is good news. One of them is starting, or both of them will probably be starting working on the construction of the mine. Actually, we can actually take him off because we do not need planks at the moment. Which frees up 3 families. And one of them hopefully will be started working on the mine. Okay, I can see people walking up and down, so it's gonna take some time to get the planks and so forth to our mine. But I can actually see people walking up and down. When the mine is completed, of course, it requires at least 1 or 2 people working on the mine. So why are we working on a mine? Well, we need iron, of course, to create weapons. Now we have a mining pit with some iron deposit over here. Let's make the use of it, the best of it. Okay. Something is being built. Planks are being brought over by hand, which I find funny.
Just give me a hammer and something needs to not move.
This is a pretty game, isn't it? Okay, let's not waste too much time watching these people do something like that. Let's see if we actually can get some more people living in this area. So I think we should also make sure that there's a church, because a church will grant us some additional people. I don't think we can build a church yet, because I think we need additional wood for that. Wood planks. Let's see. Can we build a church? Apparently we could. Alright. Let's make sure that it is connected to our road. Okay, so how are we on the mine? Sorry, on the mine? Is that being constructed now? Is that done? Apparently it's been done. Okay, so let's have at least one of them working on the mine. And later we can make additional houses. But another thing we have to take care of, and that's maybe a bit early in the game, but is a trading post. So trading posts will actually allow us to not only purchase things from other areas, but also sell things to other areas. And something I've learned is that trading posts need to be connected to the King's Road. And the King's Road is actually, hold up, this road over here. So I think the best thing we can put it over here, because the advantage is that it's close to the granary and the storehouse, which is always useful. So I'm not sure when the first metal is going to be coming in. We only have 5 large shields. Let's see, how are we on our army? Okay, so we require 4 more people in our military. And yes, I haven't forgotten there is some stone deposit over here, which we're gonna be using later on. However, there's something which is slightly troublesome. Oh, okay, our fuel. We have to take care of our fuel system, fuel problems. So what we need is a woodcutter's lodge, which is gonna make our firewood. And I think the best place to have that is, of course, no, not over here. We need, well, actually, could we put it over here? Road access obstructed. Not over here. Wait, there's no connection between these roads? No, there is no connection between these roads. That's unfortunate. Okay, we should forgo by building additional housing over here. Maybe we could do, however, is before we forget, is actually put in some fields already, so at least we do not forget. We can put them some fields over here. No, hold on. Nah. We can later build a house over the on the other side, a farmhouse, but that's for later. Let's take a quick look at our mine. Apparently, how is that? Is in the storehouse? Where's the no? That's a saw pit. Logging camp. Where is our? Oh, storehouse over here. So I don't see any. Oh, I see iron ore coming in. Okay, so at least we have iron ore coming in. However, this iron ore, of course, requires, sorry, to be melted. Let's see, which is workers smelt into iron slabs. Let's see now. Let's move this hitching post again. Then make our. So we have this smithy over here, and I just saw. No, sorry. Our. Here we go. Oh. Hold up. Hold up. Oh no, these are making tools. Now, to make weapons, we need people actually doing that in the house, I believe. Our woodcutter's lodge requires at least someone working. What do we have over here? Disconnected the major trade routes. That's odd because I thought I had. I thought I had disconnected. That is odd. Well, hold on a bit. Hold on. Okay, well in that case, that case, it's unfortunate, but yeah, we have to demolish it because it has to have a direct connection. Okay, well, they need to be rebuilt. Anyway, we have no farmhouse. Yes, we were aware of that we have no farmhouse. Now, food, there's absolutely no problem when it comes to food. Fuel, that's a different story. It's currently August, and our woodcutter is working on it, so... we still have someone working at the storehouse. That is good news. Granary doesn't... That's a good question. Our hunting camp. 14 in the pantry. Forger hut. Pantry is nearly full. Talking about full, by the way. Oh, sorry. So the wild berries, they're nearly done. Because those are seasonal, of course. So we're nearly out of wild berries. Which means that we can actually then stop someone in the forager hut. Actually, we can stop it now. And put him in work in the granary to make sure that everything is now put in the granary. Because these berries they're almost done. So we have a few carts going in. Oh no, they're picking up this over here. So our bloomery. Bloomery requires, of course, firewood. There it goes again. What do you mean? It is disconnected. It is not disconnected. I do not understand why it's supposed to be disconnected. Well, anyway, trading post. So we can actually trade a few things. So we have construction tools and stuff like that. Things that we actually make over here. So when it comes to berries, we have a lot of berries. We can actually sell these berries. We're gonna get 3 gold for each berry. It's gonna take 13 to be we buy it. We can actually start exporting some berries. Let's make sure that we have plenty enough left. So let's say 60, okay? And let's buy a trade route. Can we purchase that? Barely, but we can. Okay. So we now have only 5 gold left. But okay. A bandit camp was detected. Alright, let's see where exactly. Let's put it on pause for a few seconds. So we have our bandit over here. And where is that exactly? It's a long way away from where we are. No, actually, it's not a long way away. It's over here. So what we can do, we can select our army to go after it. Okay, let's see. Where are we currently? On the map, the red one, that's us, and the bandit camp was over here. So let's see now. I've never done this before, so how do I do this? How do I do this? Oh, hold on. Rally, of course. Yeah, we need a rally point, and I've been told that they do not need to run into position, because if they're running, then they get fatigued, and if they're fatigued, they are not able to fight very well. So we have 18 people currently on their way, and these 18 people, of course, are from our own village. So we have a few people less now in our village. Let's speed up a little bit. Okay. So, what was the exact way to do this? What was the exact way? So our bandit camp is over here.
My liege! My liege!
Are they now going over there? No, they're not.
Men!
Give ground, hold up. Balance. And the ground, push forward.
Everybody forward!
Yeah, but hold up. As I said, I've not done this before, so it's new for me as well at the moment. Now, how do I move them towards this area?
My lord!
It wasn't this, was it? No, it wasn't.
My lord!
Um, this is odd. Let's see. Forward, disband unit, hold and run. Okay, they're not supposed to run. How do we do this? Oh?
My liege!
Ah, that was it. Let's head to the bandit camp.
Yes, sire!
But of course, they should not run. So why would we take out the bandit camp? Well, first of all, as I've mentioned earlier, bandits are likely to steal our stuff. But not just that, when we actually be able to take out a bandit camp, we get some additional bonus points. And while they are walking over there, is there anything we can do over here at the moment? Could of course start constructing additional burgage plots. Oops. Well, let's see, hold on. Some additional houses I meant. Okay, hold up, because I can actually hear drums. Does that mean that... Oh yeah, our outlaws are also moving, so... The battle is about to begin, I believe.
My liege! Advance!
Okay, hold that ground, so... Stand your ground. So these guys are spear militia with a high effectiveness. Where is our bandits? They're over here. I've learned that spearmen have a very high way of defending themselves against attacks. So let's see how this fight actually is going to occur. But while they're moving, let's because we were actually working on those houses, weren't we? Let's see now. We have planned to do some housing additionals, and we were thinking of maybe over here then perhaps. Yeah, okay, I think that's okay. Okay, so we'll see those being built in a few minutes, but first let's start up the game speed. Let's see what happens over here. Okay, they're going in, so it's 18 versus 18. Our brigands are having a lower effectiveness. So far, no one has been killed. Oh yes, now there are 2 of them now dead. We still have 18 men. They're losing. Our militia has experience bonuses. There are corpses there. Well, those are not my corpses. Alright then, and our team has won. So what we're going to do now is we're going to run towards the camp. And we can actually run towards the camp. And let's see what we can find in the bandit camp. While they've just fought, you can see we have actually get some influences, 360 influences. Now we're going to need at least 1,000 influences in order to be able to persuade the king to grant us some additional area. While these guys are running towards the bandit camp, they're going to take care of that camp. They're going to destroy the camp, but take everything in there that they can find and bring that back to our village or put it into our treasury. I think we actually put it in the treasury. I think that's best. So let's see what they find. Alright, a message. When searching through the enemy belongings, you find a stash of goods. They can be sent to your people who surely need them, or you're right to keep it. So we don't actually see what it is they have. Let's for now send this in my treasury, which is 144. Okay, so our soldiers can actually now... I was actually going to say... Is there another bandit camp nearby that we need to take care of? I don't think there is, isn't there? So we can actually send them back home. I think we should do that.
Yes, sire.
There was a quicker way, but oh, hold on. No, this band unit doesn't work, of course, when they're outside my region. So we actually took out our first bandit camp, and our spear militia has actually some bonus experiences they have. That is good. How are we on our situation? Okay, so food is more than plenty enough. Fuel is actually now starting also to get in. Talking about fuel, we had our smithy over here, wasn't it? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, a bloomery. Nobody's there, so let's put at least someone in here. In order to make weapons, at least I think that is the only way to do it. Hold up. No, we cannot make any weapons at the moment. In order to do so, we see a blacksmith workshop. They can create spears, sidearms, and iron parts. So only I believe a level 2 house can do that. So these houses need to level up. And how do we do that? Well, these houses require a few things. So they require a church, which they already have. They require water, which they don't have. So that's easily fixed, because we can actually create a well somewhere around here. So that should not be any problem. As soon as it's built. They also require market stalls, so we need to create a market. Let's see, which one was it? Was it this trading post? No. Which one was it? So where is the market? Church, a tavern, a well. No, hold up. Where was it? Oh, logistics, perhaps. Yes, a marketplace. So we need a marketplace, preferably close by these houses. So considering we're building houses over here, I think we can actually. That's far too large. Okay. So we don't need that many stalls. Okay. So as soon as these markets have been spent, oh, our soldiers have returned. Thank you so much. You are no longer required. You can actually go back to your houses. Oops. Aha, we can. Oh, I can see. Can we disband these then? Oh, we can. Okay. So we still have only 18 militia people available. Yeah, so we need more people coming in. Okay, so our first market stall is finished. Actually, a second is finished. A food stall and a common goods. So let's take a look at these burgers plots. So what we have now, we have 2 food stalls available. The well is not built yet. They require a clothing stall and they require a fuel stall. So fuel is no problem. That's firewood. That's going to be taken care of. But in order to make hold up. In order to make the clothing stalls, they require a tannery, and a tannery can actually make leather from hides. So we have our. Let's put them over here actually, because that's close by our. Hold on. Why did that just fit it, didn't it? Oh, not enough goods. Hold up. What are we missing? We're missing planks. Alright, so no, not a logging camp. Hold up. Our saw pit requires to make additional planks. No problem. How are we on our metal? We got a lot of them. Okay, that's good. Greenery, that's also looking good. I think we actually can relieve one of these men from the mining pit. And they can help constructing both the houses, the marketplace, and our well, and our tannery. Now I did make those fields for wheat and what was it actually what I was going to do over there? Let's see. So wheat has a 70% rate over here, 70 over here. Now we don't actually need a lot of wheat and flour, but we can actually export it. That could be useful.
Just give me a hammer and something needs to not move.
How are we on our trading posts? So we were actually exporting, what was it? Berries, wasn't it? I don't know, did we sell berries? I don't think it did. Should we have someone at our trading post then? I don't think we should. I'm not sure. I'm not sure because I don't think they have sold any berries. But our region wealth is still very low. Oh, let's pick up the pace a little bit. New mercenary companies available. That means we can actually buy some mercenaries, but we do not need to buy mercenaries. Okay, so our well is in. We can actually expand the water. We can actually do that right now. We can actually see our bloomery working, and yes, they have now created iron slabs. Fuel is for 7 months. That should be plenty for now. Food is more than sufficient. So let's go to the trading post. Okay, now we can actually see some berries being stored in the storage of the trading post. Okay, so that was what was missing. Okay, so can we now construct the tannery? Because that was what we were doing as well. Yes, I think we could. All right, so saw pit can stop working. Storage is full from the stone well, but we didn't actually... That's odd. But we don't have a stone well. That is very odd. And by the way, our storehouse suggests 84 firewood. Should be more than enough.
This is heavier than it looks.
Anyway, tannery is under construction. Let's take a look at our burgers plots over here. Yeah, they're nearly done. They're nearly as far as that we can actually construct these. As soon as the tannery is up and running, it is running, and now we can actually put someone in the tannery who is now hopefully going to pick up hides.
Bring this here, move it up there, on
Yep,
and on.
they are. Let's see. So there are 2 hides in there. Let's see how soon they have taken care of. That yeah, and I suppose that in a few seconds we will have a clothing market store approaching, being constructed. I suspect. I hope. I think. Common goods and a food stall. So where is the clothing stall? Because there should be a clothing stall coming in. I assume. Oh. Actually, no. Oh, well, actually, it does suggest it's a clothing store. Okay. So that means we can actually now expand our burger spot. Let's start with this one over here. And yeah, that's a problem, isn't it? Hold up. Can we? Not yet. Oh, hold on. We can upgrade to level 2. And then we can actually make this the other blacksmith, which can create weapons. Let's see. Oh, it's currently under construction. So Burger Spot 2 will actually bring in some regional wealth. It will generate 1 regional wealth per family per month and unlocks newest extensions, but it doesn't have extension. These Burger Spot do not have extensions. But this will. So in a few seconds it will be finished. And as I said, in a few months it will be finished. Alright. And now we can actually add a blacksmith workshop. And the blacksmith, of course, will make our weapons and so forth. So Currently under construction. This one is still under construction as well. This is still level 1, but we can actually also upgrade that soon. Okay, here is the blacksmith currently being built. Nearly finished. As I said, nearly finished. And I think it's done. Yes, it's done, I believe. So we can actually go up to level 3, but that requires some additional requirements. They require a tavern, they require additional clothing stalls, a bigger church. But for now, the blacksmith should be working on hold on. There are things that are actually being brought in. And he's crafting, but I cannot see what he's crafting. I cannot actually choose what he's crafting. Okay, he is still... Hold up. Our bug spot level 1. Cannot? Oh, they're too far away from... Oh, that's too bad. This is more... I think we can actually change one of them, can we? Oh crap, that was actually not what I had in mind. Not at all. Damn, that was not what I had in mind. Actually, it was... Okay, so... Let's do that again. What's going on? Sorry, am I missing something? What's going on? Oh, okay, I have no clue what was happening. Well, anyway, we need to rebuild this. That was a bit stupid. I want to go back to normal speed for now. I want to take a look at exactly what it is this guy is building. Oh, sidearms. But can't we actually decide what he should be making? Oh, hold up. How do we fix that? How do we change that? Weird. I'll have to look that up. Well, anyway, I think we have come a long way for now. So let's leave the game for now as it is, while these guys are rebuilding these houses. Thank you so much for joining me. We will continue on Manor Lords very soon. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye-bye.